Hi guys, MiniPlays here, bringing you another Clash Royale video. So today what I'm going to be doing is showing you guys some Lunar New Year multi-step challenge, or whatever it's even called at this point, I don't even know. We're going to be showing you guys some multi-step, whatever it's called, Lunar Challenge gameplay. And now I'm not going to be showing the casual challenge gameplay, I'm just showing the Stage 2 gameplay, because that's the one that actually matters, am I right? So, what we've got here is I'm actually going to be reading the balance changes at the same time while you guys watch this absolute noob place 3 Musketeers straight into a poison multiple times. Plus mirror them as well, which is the thing I don't get. Even though he literally had heal right there, I'm literally watching this replay back and he had heal. What is this guy doing? But yeah, the first card is Mega Knight. Spawn and jump damage minus 25%. And deployment radius reduced. Deployment won't hit beyond bridge and river. Now, that is going to make a massive difference, 25%. Obviously not his main attack, but his charge damage is going to be doing less. Again, why did he heal Sparky? Yeah, his spawn damage is going to be doing less. His jump damage is going to be doing less, because that did do double. Now it's going to do 25% less damage, which I think really does make sense. I don't think it was his actual attack that was broken. I feel like it was his spawn damage, because he was able to kill pretty much anything fireball worthy. If you will, or fireball a ball, which doesn't really sound right. He was able to kill anything that you was able to kill with a fireball pretty much, or at least do a lot of damage to it, similar or comparable to a fireball. So, you know, it's a lot better now. I feel like Mega Knight users do get a lot more crushed in this challenge. Obviously, they have literally no counters, or no cards, sorry. Literally no cards to play, because all they're good with is Mega Knight. Watching him suffer is hilarious. It's just like E-Barbs all over again, and it's absolutely great. Skeleton Barrel now. This is a bit controversial with Skeleton Barrel users. Skeleton count down from 8 to 6. Now I feel like this was deserved. I don't feel like this was fully deserved, but I feel like a nerf was needed, because they did reveal, Supercell, they did reveal that they are nerfing cards. I don't know why he healed, double heal there. He's so desperate. He's so desperate to get his Sparky to the tower. But yeah, they basically revealed that they nerf and buff cards based on their usage rate. So if they're very, very overused, like Mega Knight in 2v2, that's why it's got such a hefty nerf. Because it's got spawn damage minus 25%, jump damage minus 25%, and deployment radius reduced so it doesn't hit beyond the bridge and the river, which is ridiculous. Why does it even hit beyond the river? That doesn't even make any sense. Obviously, that is going to make a massive difference. You can see skeleton count with that, because I've seen a lot of skeleton barrels recently, so obviously if they're nerfing skeleton barrel, it's going to make a big difference. It's going to need a buff again though, because that is a big nerf. Obviously skeleton barrel, you know, they're only skeletons. Obviously if there's 8 of them, it was very difficult to kill even with an executioner, which does really say something. But then now it's I feel like it's more balanced, but still not balanced. Now it needs more of a buff than a nerf. I feel like they need to either make it 7 skeletons or make the death damage like one-shot minions or something crazy, so that you actually have to really consider the death damage. I mean, it is a common, but it needs to still be usable. It's like E-Barbs and RG. They still need to be usable, and I feel like right now E-Barbs and RG are actually in a decent spot, because, you know, it's possible to win with them, you just have to be good with them. So yeah, I've actually seen a lot of level 12 and 13 RGs recently, so I don't really know why I'm backing them up, but whatever. Knight, hit points minus 6%. Now obviously, minus 6% is a big nerf compared to what Supercell normally does, around 3 or 4%. So that does make a massive difference. Obviously, free-to-play players are not going to be happy with that, because Knight is a very good tank. Besides, obviously, Mega Knight and stuff. Mega Knight obviously being a legendary, so if you're playing ladder, then you do need it to be high level. Otherwise, it's really not going to do that well. Obviously, in challenges, Mega Knight, it doesn't really make much of a difference. It's just level 1. But yeah, I feel like that nerf was deserved. I've seen a lot of Knights, particularly with log bait recently. I don't know if it really deserved to be minus 6%, but, you know, that's kind of how they've opted to go with it. Maybe it'll get a buff in the next update. I think people will still use it. I don't think it's going to affect the usage rate too much. So maybe it will get another nerf, but I don't think it's very deserved. So yeah, or for Knight at least. So yeah, next nerf is Inferno Dragon, so switches between targets slower. Now obviously, it doesn't give you too much info with this one, it only says it switches slower, so not too much info as it says. All it is doing is switching between targets slower, so it's going to take longer to kill stuff like minions, skeletons, it's going to take longer to kill those sorts of troops. So yeah, it's going to be less viable now. Obviously, if it gets to the tower, it's still going to be just as difficult to counter, but it's going to be slightly more difficult to counter if you have enough elixir. Obviously, it's still going to remain one of those cards where if you have no elixir, it really does punish the opponent. So say they place a Lava Hound or a Golem. Even then, if they place a Lava Hound or a Golem, they probably still have 2 or 3 elixir to be able to defend you. So if they're able to defend you quick enough, then, you know, it won't cost them too much, and if it does, it will only cost them 1 tower, and to be fair, it's Lava Hound and Golem, so it won't do too much impact on the game. So next is Valkyrie. Now this is actually a pretty big buff. Hit speed 1.5 seconds to 1.4 seconds. Now I feel like this is going to make a big difference, considering I've seen Valk a lot on my mini account. This in Arena 10. Sorry, this in Arena 11. It just reached Arena 11 a few days ago. So obviously now that we're seeing that actually get buff, which is really surprising. I didn't think the use rate was that good for Valk. Obviously, it's really low arena cards, so they can get a lot of usage from or usage rates from low arenas all the way up to higher arenas. Because pretty much it's one of those cards where you can just use it. See, look at this game. Even then, it has Valk. A lot of people are using Valk. Hog Trifecta's kind of coming back. Even not Hog Trifecta and just Valk Musketeer and a win condition, those sorts of decks are coming back as well. So, you know, it's kind of interesting to see that they've buffed the Valk and not nerfed it, considering I've seen quite a lot of Valk recently. But then, anyway, next card is going to be Bandit. Minimum dash range 4 to 3.5. Now, this is not going to make too much of a difference. Maybe it was a bug or something. They've just not specified because they don't provide descriptions for balance changes anymore, because it just takes up their time as developers, especially with less of them, like barely any developers in, or working on Clash Royale at least. Obviously that does take up quite a lot of their time making descriptions, and by that I mean like 15 minutes. So yeah. Bandit, minimum dash range, so basically it's gonna need to be slightly closer to a troop to get pulled to it. So it's gonna need to be slightly closer to the tower now. I'm quite surprised they're not nerfing the amount of time it takes to charge, because I feel like that is pretty quick right now. I feel like they need to go back to what it originally was. I think they did nerf it in the past, or buff it, sorry. Also, that misclick poison's pretty hilarious. Now I actually need to kite troops into it. So yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. Some people are saying this is a buff more than a nerf. Some people are saying this is a nerf more than a buff. It's definitely both of them, because obviously that means you can't kite it as easily. I don't think it's going to change much of the interactions too much, because it's only half a tile. So, you know, it's going to make a bit of a difference possibly, but I don't really see it as a person who really hates Bandit as a card. I don't really think it's going to be a massive difference in terms of trying to pull the card over to the other tower. So, alright, next nerf / buff is going to be the Dark Prince. Now, this is actually a buff. So what we're going to be... Also, I need to turn on the social media scene. I've just realised that's not even on. Why is it not on? That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, Dark Prince, hit speed 1.4 seconds down to 1.3 seconds. That is a buff, massive buff. Same sort of buff as the Valk. Obviously, the Valk getting a buff from 1.5 to 1.4 seconds. Now the Dark Prince is going from 1.4 to 1.3, and breathe. And then hit points plus 5% as well. So that is a massive buff. Now in the challenge, as you can see my battle log here, you're probably higher up at least. You're going to be able to see a lot more Dark Princes, Mega Knights and stuff. So obviously the nerf hasn't really made much of a difference to Mega Knight yet, but it will soon sink into the Mega Knight users that, chill, you need to use an actual win condition where it's not all Mega Knights. You know, you kind of need to do something that is not an overpowered win condition, so, you know, they'll eventually learn in the next few days. But yeah, Dark Prince, gonna make a massive difference to it. I have seen a lot of P.E.K.K.A double Prince again, and Golem double Prince. As you can see here, obviously Prince, it isn't Dark Prince, in this game, but it actually is one of the princes. So obviously, you can see here, Prince probably going to get a nerf, and soon to be Dark Prince too. So yeah, and then the final thing is the Magic Archer. Now I actually forgot this wasn't even a nerf, was it? This is just the Magic Archer being revealed. They did say there wasn't going to be doing many more sneak peeks, or at least like full-on sneak peeks, and they were just going to be doing like 1 or 2, if that, and then they'd just be revealing the update pretty much, just leaving it as a surprise, so no leaks can be possible anymore by the same Opigit Studio or something it was called. I think it was called something like that. Yeah, obviously they keep on leaking it, and it would just ruin the game for everyone. I seriously can't speak. But yeah, obviously Magic Archer is preparing for the arena, and I will get it up on the screen for you guys. And I'm also going to put the battle on ×2 speed. So I'm going to put this quickly on the screen for you guys, the art for it. So if I can quickly do this, that'll be great. And here, there we go. So we're going to make it this big, and there. So I need to scroll up quick, and there. So we need to get that on the screen. There we go. And as you can see here, here is the Magic Archer. It is 4 elixir, it is a legendary, and there is the art. So pretty much they've revealed a little bit of information about it. I feel like this is actually a pretty decent way of them revealing information about the new troops. So let me know if you guys do like the art for the Magic Archer, or if you think it's going to be overpowered. You know, we don't even know its stats yet, so you guys can't really judge based off that. But it's a 4 elixir legendary, so another legendary means more legendary chances, and that means roughly, that's going to increase the chances out of a tier 10 clan chest, so that's pretty decent. So I'm actually going to quickly cut to some clan chest openings, because basically what I did is, as we look at our 2v2 grinding recently, you can see Written absolutely grinded out the game. 270 crowns, and then you've got MIDI plays YT 121, MIDI underscore 1234 111. That's basically because I was playing 2v2 on both accounts with my normal decks. Surprisingly, Goblin Barrel Mirror Clone actually did worse because I was only going for 1 crowns and not 3. I really should have went for 3 crowns, but yeah. Just using my normal decks, I can actually get a lot of crowns split between my 2 accounts. So yeah, we're actually going to show you the 2 clan chests that I got from the massive amount of grinding that I did. Okay, so we got 2 tier 10 clan chests right here. So this is starting with the mini account, I'm pretty sure. So we got, obviously, 10 elite barbs. I didn't actually see the gold at the start, one no. 7 ice golems, 9 fireballs, 11 barb huts. We've actually got a draft chest as well, the League 3 draft chest. 114 testers, 116 cannons, and the epic is 3 poisons. This was on my main account, obviously, because I was happy that I got poisons. So 3 poisons right there is pretty decent. Obviously no legendary, but 3 poisons, I am requesting it right now. So that's pretty much 1 epic Sunday that I don't have to do anymore. So we're going to move on to the second clan chest right now. And we've got the second tier 10 clan chest right here. So we're going to get 1620 gold. Again, this is my mini account. 13 bats, not using bats right now. 7 infernos, pretty decent. That is pretty much 2 requests that I don't have to do. 1 goblin barrel, 81 elite barbs, 20 mega minions, 146 mortars, and again, no legendary, but we're going to get 2 cannon carts to end off the chest right now. 1620, and we did get 1 more chest towards open those chests achievement. And we've also got a magical chest here. I actually forgot I had a magical test. So 1320 gold, 9 minions. What else are we going to get? 10 ice spirits. I literally forgot I even had this on my iPad still. This was from about a week or 2 ago. 40 skeleton barrels, 43 bats, 10 zappies, 1 more card that is a rare, and 16 flying machines. What is the epic going to be? It's going to be 4 dark princes, so not too good of a chest right there, but it's still a magical chest, so how can you complain? And now moving on to the final League 3 chest right here. So we have got 4,509 was the final season score, 4,714 was my PB, so obviously that was in the grinding stream. That's how we got to slightly more of a PB, so 4,154 gold, I think that said. So 4 fireballs or 4 rockets, already 4,000 gold, making it really worth it. 79 mortars or 79 knights. We're going to go with the knights. Obviously, I'm more likely to use that than mortar, much more likely. 97 infernos or 97 ice golems. Didn't even think about that one because I'm literally requesting it right now. That's around 25 requests saved. and then 20 Pekkas or 20 Rages, I think it said. So I went with the Pekkas. And then obviously Ewiz or Bandit. I do get really lucky with legendaries out of draft chests, so if I end up getting one, I generally get one that I use, mainly because it's like half of a chance of it coming up with one that I use. So I obviously end up with the Ewiz right there, so 9 away from level 4 Ewiz. What a pay to win noob. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Like, comment, 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 guys, and peace out.